Today we are going to discuss about conformational isomerism. Different spatial arrangements of atoms rising in a molecule by free rotation about C single bond C axis are called conformers or conformational isomers. That means due to the presence of single bond between carbon and carbon, we are getting different spatial arrangements due to the free rotation of that single bond. This phenomenon is called conformational isomerism. Types of conformers. There are three types. First one eclipsed form, second one staggered form, third one skew form. First one eclipsed form. Hydrogens of one carbon are parallel with hydrogens of other carbon. I am taking the example of ethane according to Newman projection. There is a Newman projection of ethane where this dot is considered as front carbon and circle as back carbon. Each carbon is having 3 hydrogens. And if we are looking the structure of ethane according to Newman projection, we can see the overlap of both the hydrogens of both carbons. Due to this overlap, this particular eclipsed form is having maximum repulsive forces and energy is high, stability is minimum. Second one, staggered form. Hydrogens of one carbon are middle to the hydrogens of other carbon. That means there will be no overlapping of hydrogens of both the carbons. Same ethane example, if you are representing this structure, we can see spatial difference. Maximum difference between hydrogens of both the carbons, due to which repulsive forces are minimum, energy is minimum, but the stability is maximum. Third one, skew form. Any conformation lying in between eclipsed and staggered form is called as skew form. Same ethane molecule. In this structure, the back carbon containing hydrogens are not according to eclipsed and not according to staggered. In between structure is called skew form. Coming to the stability of all the three forms, staggered is more stable than skew form and skew is more stable than eclipsed form. Consider this as ethane molecule where this is first carbon, this is second carbon, and these are the three hydrogens of first carbon, white caps. These are the three hydrogens of second carbon, blue caps. So now, if all the hydrogens are overlapped on each other, then this structure is called eclipsed. Eclipsed. Coming to the second one, so if it is rotated spatially apart from each other, this is called staggered form. Last one, skew form. In between all structures are skew forms. This one skew form, this is another, this is another, this is another skew form. This one will be eclipsed. Again this is skew form, skew form, skew form, skew form, skew form, skew form, staggered form, skew form, skew form, skew form, eclipsed. So this is a graph between angle of rotation and potential energy for ethane molecule. So when it is staggered, it is more stable. That's why it doesn't require any potential energy, 0 kilocalories per mole. So when it is taking potential energy of 2.9 kilocalories per mole, then it is taking the conformation of eclipsed. Again, when it is losing the energy, when the potential energy is 0, then it will get staggered form. Again eclipsed, again staggered, again eclipsed, again staggered. So this will be continued whenever you are changing your potential energy between 2.9 kilocalories per mole and 0 kilocalories per mole. Consider this as ethane molecule where I want to show the environment of each hydrogen. This hydrogen is this one. Second carbon containing one hydrogen is this one. Both are apart from each other at 180 degrees. So this is this form. So again, when back carbon is rotated to 60 degrees, back carbon is rotated to 60 degrees, then we will get eclipsed form. then again 60 degrees. Staggered form with back carbon hydrogen, front carbon hydrogen. Again rotated to 60 degrees. Fully eclipsed, where both the hydrogen's environment which we are seeing are together. Again to 60 degrees rotation. Staggered form. Again 60 degrees. Eclipsed form. Again 60 degrees. Staggered form. So this is the first form which we have seen. This one. Again repeated. By this we are completing one cycle. Conformational isomerism in butane. There is a structure of butane with 4 carbons. But in order to write Newman's projection, we need only 2 carbons where your bond is rotated. So in this particular case, we are rotating C2 and C3 bond. C2 and C3 bond. And remaining are branches. 2 hydrogens, 1 methyl group. 2 hydrogens, 1 methyl group. We are rotating this bond. C2 and C3 bond. So based on this rotation, we are getting 4 conformers or conformational isomers. First one, staggered form, where your both methyl groups are apart from each other at 180 degrees. Second one, partially eclipsed form, where you are saying eclipsed with methyl of one carbon and hydrogen of other carbon. Methyl of one carbon and hydrogen of other carbon. Third one, partially staggered form or gauge form, where both the methyls are apart from each other and remaining total configuration is spatially arranged. Last one is fully eclipsed form, where 2 methyl groups are meeting together. Coming to the stability order of all the 4 forms, staggered form is more stable than partially staggered form, then partially eclipsed form. Last one will be your fully staggered form. Coming to the energy order, fully eclipsed form needs more energy than partially eclipsed, then partially staggered and staggered form. So this is the graph between angle of rotation and potential energy of ethane molecule. So this is a staggered form where both the methyl groups are apart from each other at 180 degrees. On rotating to 60 degrees, then we will get partially eclipsed form by taking 3.82 kilocalories per mole energy. Again on rotation to 60 degrees, we are getting partially staggered form where it is utilizing the energy of 0.9 kilocalories per mole. Again rotating the back carbon to 60 degrees, then we are getting eclipsed form, fully eclipsed form. So it needs 4.54 kilocalories per mole. Again rotation to 60 degrees, we are getting partially staggered form. It needs only 0. kilocalories per mole energy. Again rotation to 60 degrees, we are getting partially eclipsed form, which is taking 3.82 kilocalories per mole energy. Again rotation to 60 degrees, we are getting first form, fully staggered form. It needs only 0 kilocalories per mole energy. So based on your rotation of the molecule, particularly back carbon, then it is taking the particular amount of energy. Eclipsed form is taking 4.54 kilocalories per mole. As it is taking more energy when compared to all the conformations, it is highly unstable. Conformational isomerism in cyclohexane. Cyclohexane has 4 conformational isomers. They are chair form, half chair form, boat form, twist boat form. So coming to the graph on twisting the molecule versus potential energy. So at 0 calories per mole, there is a chair form which is arranged spatially without any repulsive forces in this particular structure. So upon twisting the molecule by taking 12.1 kilocalories per mole, it is converted to half chair. So again twisting, So it will take only 5.3 kilocalories per mole in order to form a twist boat form. Further twisting by taking 6.8 kilocalories per mole energy, it will become boat form. Again twisting the molecule by utilizing 5.3 kilocalories per mole, it will give twist boat form. Again twisting the molecule by taking 12.1 kilocalories per mole, it will give half chair form, opposite form. So by losing energy to 0 kilocalories per mole, it will give chair form. So this chair is opposite to that of this chair. Half chair is opposite to that of half chair. Nature of hydrogen atoms in cyclohexane. So all these hydrogens are called axial hydrogens. So considering this as first carbon, if you will consider as first carbon, then this hydrogen is below the plane. The next carbon will be above the plane, next carbon below the plane, next carbon above the plane, next carbon below, last carbon above. One will be above the plane and one will be below the plane. These are called as axial hydrogens. Coming to equatorial hydrogens, they are within the plane. So on combination of both axial and equatorial hydrogens, then we can see the complete structure of cyclohexane, where each carbon is having two hydrogens. One will be axial hydrogen, another one will be equatorial hydrogen. When we are performing ring flip for cyclohexane, so then this molecule is converted to this molecule. So what is the change in between both the structures? You can see this chair here in this way. What about hydrogen's environment? Till now we said that all the red marked hydrogens are axial hydrogens, which are above and below the plane. On ring flip, these all axial hydrogens will be converted to equatorial hydrogens within the plane, and your equatorial hydrogens will be converted to axial hydrogens on ring flip.